The Lagos State government has commenced enforcement of the ban on commercial motorcycles, popularly known as OKADA, to 4 more local government areas and 5 local council development areas of the state. iBrand senior reporter Iboje Korea reports that the enforcement was total in some of the areas visited.
At Ogodo and Everance in Koshofe local government area, it was observed that there were no commercial motorcycles on any of the major roads and streets, while residents walk long distances to get buses to their destinations. The situation was also not different at Ikosi, where operators were hanging around the former commercial motorcycle park. Lamenting the situation, some commercial motorcycle riders said they are on the verge of returning to the village.
It's affecting me much because, as you see me, let me say I don't have a wife. My wife has died, and it's only left me and my children. I'm appealing to the government to allow us to continue to work at least for inside this village. We are not going to the H place. The Solora is a village. We are not going to this place. Let government allow us to work so that we can have what to eat.
Now it's time to feed myself and my family. And the thing where government come do like this, it affect the whole masses, because as now people are trekking to work, they are trekking to their house.
Some residents, while lamenting the effect of the ban on them and the economy, appealed to government to revisit its decision.
To stop OKADA is good and is bad. The good is the accident you are talking about.
When it's time for politics, they will bring them back, either by proxy or they will use it as we've done some feasibility studies and now they can work.
When the OKADA people are working, you understand, for this Lagos, it's good for us because of our business. Early morning, you can wake around 6 before you reach your office safe. Even you are going to Lagos, you can spend more than 5 hours before Lagos.
I don't think it has reduced that. I'm not sure if it reduces any kind of crime, you understand. They can ban it on the express, but not on the streets. I'm not supporting that.
To some Lagosians, the ban on OKADA is a step in the right direction.
I really appreciate Lagos State government for banning OKADA because they have injured a lot of people. Even like me now, it is OKADA who dead me at my leg. But I thank God for today. So I now really appreciate the government also.
If you go to the hospital now, you will see that majority of issues concerning all these amputated legs or whatever accidents, brutal accident, is all these OKADA's issues. For the highway, I'm in support of it.
Lagos State government had earlier said the ban on OKADA in the state will be extended to Koshofe local government, Oshodi Solo, Shomolu, and Mushin, with extension to Ketu, Isolo, Bariga, and Olowo local council areas. Iboje Korea, reporting for iBrandTV News.
Now, defaulters of the ban on commercial motorcycles operators in Lagos State risk a 3-year jail term as the enforcement for the Phase 2 ban starts Thursday, that's today. And this is according to the Lagos State Commissioner for Transport, Dr. Frederick Oladeyinde, who spoke during the news conference in Ikeja. He reiterated that the Phase 2 OKADA ban was in 4 local government areas and 6 local council development areas, LCDAS. The commissioner explained motorcycles will be impounded and crushed in the public view in line with the provision of Section 46, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of the Transport Sector Reform Law, TSRL 2018. According to the commissioner, 200 officials of the Lagos Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, have been deployed alongside other security agencies to enforce the ban. He stated that the extension is in the right direction to ensure the security of the lives and properties of Lagosians. Now, to shed more light on this, we're being joined by the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Huday. Thank you so much for joining us, Benjamin. If you can hear me, Mr. Huday, thank you for joining us on the news.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Now, talk to us about the level of compliance on this ban on motorcycles in Lagos State.
Yes, the ban, the compliance has been so impressive. A walk around town today showed that most, if not all, motorcycle riders complied fully with the ban. There was little or no arrest made today. So we are hoping that with concerted efforts on our part, this would continue, and it will translate to better safety and security for the people of Lagos State.
But if you look at the level of people who are out there, especially those who have seen Okada as the main means of transportation in Lagos, what alternatives has the state provided for these people to commute?
Well, for me, I speak for the police, and we enforce law because we are law enforcement officers. For the state, what alternative the state has provided for these people, I think the best person to speak will be the Commissioner for Information for the state. I wouldn't be able to answer that question.
Okay, so if you say that you hope that this level of compliance would continue in the nearest future, but what are the prospects, especially now that the state has said that there would be a 3-year jail term for those who default in this regard? What are the prospects, especially in terms of capacity of the police to prosecute people who default in this regard?
Yeah, well, we are working with the state government, and the state government has made provisions for mobile courts to aid quick dispensation of justice, so that people don't have to be detained more than necessary. So the way it operates is that we have mobile courts in every corner of the state, so that once people are arrested, they are prosecuted immediately, and most times they get just fines, except in special cases where people are detained. So there's no worry in that area. Mobile courts are there to sort it out.
Okay, what measures are in place also to ensure that your men, that's the policemen, do not extort, these riders or, get power drunk, especially when it comes to enforcing the law?
I'm sorry, I need to get that question again.
Yes, so we've seen cases in the past, especially when it comes to enforcing the law of extortion and also abuse of power. What measures are in place to ensure that this doesn't happen?
For this, we rely heavily on the people to report things when they see such. But notwithstanding, we still have our own internal mechanisms. We have the provost department, we have the monitoring department. These are people that sometimes go out in plain clothes to observe the activities of our men and apprehend anyone that is engaging in unprofessional conduct. But like I said, we still want people to do like they've always done, to report the activities of our men, especially when they are doing what is not expected of them. So our provost department is very active. Anytime we get reports of such misconduct, we take it up, and these officers are dealt with squarely, so that it even serves as deterrence to other officers who might be thinking of doing such.
So what's the reporting line like? Is there a phone number to call? What should people do when they notice such activities?
Well, when I came on board as PRO in Lagos State, one of the first things I did was to publish the phone numbers of all DPOs. So the reporting line, calling DPOs is one of them. We also have our complaints lines that people can also call. So we also have our social media handles where people can report cases. So the more the merrier. We have all these channels that people can take advantage of.
All right, I think that's a fine place to leave it. We hope that, of course, the level of compliance would continue as it continues this particular issue of Okada ban in Lagos State. Thank you so much for your time, PPRO Benjamin Huday.
Thank you.
All right, now for more stories, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, OLAKUNLE OLUOMO. He was arrested around 9 a.m. on Thursday at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. According to reports, he was picked up by officials of the EFCC to answer questions bordering on alleged financial crimes. OLUOMO has been taken to the EFCC Lagos office for further questioning. Meanwhile, the Ogun State House of Assembly remained calm after the arrest of the Speaker by anti-graft operatives. It was observed that the gate leading to the Assembly complex remains closed as men of the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps manned the entrance of the gate. And similarly, operatives of the Enugu Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested 41 suspected internet fraudsters in AWKA, Anambra State. They were arrested on Wednesday, August 31, 2022, following actionable intelligence on their alleged involvement in cybercrimes and other related activities. 16 of the suspects were arrested at Umuodu Tansi Road, AWKA, Anambra State, while the remaining 25 were arrested at Umudu Upuno Village, AWKA South Local Government Area of Anambra State. Items recovered from them are several mobile phones, laptops, one Lexus RX 350 sports utility vehicle, one Lexus ES 350 car, another unregistered Lexus ES 350 car, and one Toyota Camry car. They will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. The Attorney General of Lagos, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Moyosore Onigbanjo, has said that Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency received over 4,800 cases from September 21 to July 2022. Of these numbers, a total of 1,578 children were said to have experienced emotional abuse and exposure to domestic violence within the home.